Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot. Right, okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. I've just been told this morning that I need to do a live. So, like I say, I'll wait until people start to come on and then see what they have to say. Please excuse me as well, because I have just come out the shower there. I was getting ready for work and there was a little bit more work apparently that I needed to do. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? How's London? I seen that you were hoping for rain down there. I'm hoping for it here a bit as well. It's really, really hot here. Hey, Christopher. I canny like. I love that. Somebody from Newcastle came over by accident on, not by accident, by surprise on Saturday, and they ended up staying with us. And it was just so good to hear the accent again. Really, really good. Good morning, Divine. Hi, Paula. Hi, Miranda. Hi, Caroline. From Newcastle, Pet, you're looking really good, Pet. Oh, thank you. I don't know if it's the lighting or something here. Hi, Dee. Right, okay, so I'll get on with today. I mean, obviously, the last time I was on video was when I was doing the reading for the new moon. And I don't know about any of you, but I feel this has been one of the most intense new moons that we have had this year. I don't know if everybody else is feeling that. I know by messages that I've been getting off people, emails that I get daily, by talking to some people who are in my circle and things like that, a lot of people have been struggling. It's been I thought Cancer Moon, it's going to be a bit emotional, but we'll guide through it. And boy, was I wrong. You look like you've lost weight. I don't know. I think maybe it's the heat here. Maybe I think I have. I can tell by my clothes, but I never ever weigh myself. I had a lot of issues with weight and stuff in my past, so I threw the scales away and I never get on them, but I can tell by certain clothes. So thank you for noticing that. It's not been done on purpose. It's just happened. So yeah, Divine, you've been feeling physically exhausted and emotionally yet. Tyler, how are you? I'm loving your videos at the moment, Tyler. I really, really am. Your energy at the moment is you just make me laugh all of the time. So it's just been insane. So I was lying in bed this morning. My sleep has been disrupted since we had the new moon. I love your channel and I love yours too, Tyler. You see, it works both ways. I mean, you come to Ibiza, Tyler, you would love it. There's a few people here I think need sort of Tyler's voice. I really do. That's just sent me so into a different place. I'll speak to you one day about Tyler. Okay, good night, darling. Good night. So sleep has been disrupted. It's just like I say, this feeling of imbalance. Okay, and what I decided to do, it's been a while since I've done weekly readings, so I pulled some cards for weekly guidance, kind of to let us know what's going on, because a lot of times when we're in this, it's really, really hard for us and we don't know which way to go. We're kind of like, oh God, what are we going to do? So like I say, I feel a few people are just feeling a little bit all over the place. Okay, so if this is relating to you, then there could be some clarity in this for you as well. But I do feel it's needed to be said. I mean, I've been getting a lot coming through this morning, so please forgive me if this is all a little bit jumbled. I'm trying to sort everything out and put it in some sort of order. Now, the thing is, what we've got here is, the first thing that came through to me is that this is all about emotions, okay? This is all about our emotions, which I did say in the last reading. Other people have said it as well. Now, not last night, the night before, I went outside to sit and it was in the dark and the energy was intense. It was crazy. It was quite eerie as well, okay? And I thought, what is going on here? It's beautiful. I'm in a beautiful place. But what is this eerie energy? I went outside and I thought, right, okay, I'm going to pull a card. I'm going to ask what this is. And the card I got was the Ace of Cups, which was not what I was expecting at all. But in the image with the card that I got, it was almost like they were overflowing. So the image that I was shown was like, it's almost like our emotions are like in a pressure cooker. And you know, when a pressure cooker, when it like literally lifts, okay, and you know, all this pressure comes out, this is what it is. It's almost like our emotions are too intense that we cannot contain them. Spirit then said to me, when we can't contain our emotions, we then try to blame them on somebody. So it's almost like we're looking for a get out cause. We're looking for somebody to point the finger at as to why we're feeling like this, you know. I mean, I even shouted at the cat, you know. You know, I've lost my temper twice this week, and I don't lose my temper, you know, but it's almost like it's the frustration within me is making me blow. So I'm well aware of that. You know, I was very you know, upset at myself that I'd lost my temper, but you know, it was frustration. Everything I said was true, but it was the way I said it, you know. But like I say, I even shouted at the poor cat. But the thing is, we've just found out she's deaf, so it's okay. She didn't hear it. I then give her a big bowl of food as well. So I hope this is that people are resonating with this. And like I say, if you do want to come on here just to hear the readings, you know, maybe, you know, flick back once it's posted, because I am rambling a bit, but it's important information I feel that's coming through. So yes, so like I say, this is, we try and put the blame on things, and this is because we're in this control. Okay, we're wanting this control, and what I was getting, so I'm going to go with what I was getting psychically, and then I will read the cards. Okay, so what Spirit have been telling me here is that often we think that we know what is best for us. Okay, and they're like, no, we do, you know. So we try to keep this control of what we think we want, what we think we need, what we, you know, this outcome that we have or that we're working towards. So when we're doing this, it's a bit like the Four of Coins, you know, we're holding everything into ourselves. And when we do that, that causes a lack. Okay, when we hold on to anything, you know, it's either going to struggle to get away from us, or it's because we're coming from a place of lack. So Spirit was saying what we need to do is we need to trust them and trust the process. If something falls away from you, it's because there is better. So we can actually spend a lot of time, if we are clinging to this desired outcome of what we think is best for us, we can actually not see where we are being guided, or we can miss out on something that is so much better for us because we think we know best. So this is saying that almost we need to just surrender. Okay, if you think you've surrendered, surrender a little bit more, because that is what is needed. We need total trust that we are being guided where we are meant to be. Okay, sorry, I can't even get my words out this morning. It's not alcohol, it's iced tea. Okay, so what I want to say as well before I start on the cards is I went on my Facebook time hop today, and I must apologize here. If anybody tries to add me personally on Facebook, I don't add any clients or anybody who I might read for in the future, because the thing is, I don't want to subconsciously see anything that could interfere with a reading. Okay, so it's not because I'm being cruel or being a bitch or anything like that. It's I keep my Facebook very, very small, and it's for my nearest and dearest, so I can contact them. So please, if anybody has sent me a friend request and I haven't accepted it, then that is the reason. It's not personal. And again, Spirit are saying there, whatever is happening to you at the moment is not personal neither. So this is what they're wanting you to know. You know, they're not doing this to make you upset or angry or sad or anything. They're doing this to move you into your full potential. Okay, right, all of my chat's just gone off there. I don't know if it's on for anybody else there. It's come back on. Um, so yeah, so what I just want to say something little briefly before I go into the card. So I hope this is making sense in the messages that are coming through here, because like I say, there's a lot of people as well being acting out of character. There's been this it's just crazy. It's almost like people are being overcome by something else, some other force that is making them do stuff or whatever. And what we need to know is that, we always have a choice within us, and we all have shadow sides. But I feel a lot of people, when they can't contain their emotions, especially around this time, what is happening is it's almost like opening the door for our shadow sides to come out. The parts of ourselves that we don't like, the parts of ourselves that we try to hide, the parts of ourselves that we try to control. It's almost saying that when we get into this frustration or this fear of emotions, or this fear that we're going to lose something, or that something personal has happened to us, this can actually open the door for our own inner demons to spill out. Okay, so it's almost like our ego likes this. Our ego likes it when this happens, because it can get free rein. Because if we're scared, which we will, if we're reacting in this way, we will be scared, because every emotion comes from either fear or love. Okay, so we're not coming from a love base. When we're coming from a love base, this is when we allow the flow. When we are coming from a fear base, this is when we try and grasp on, or we try and control. And this is what is happening. So, this is just this week. It is going to get better. I feel by about Friday, okay, it's going to settle a little bit. But until then, please know that this too shall pass, okay? Some of you may be feeling depressed as well. And I have a thing about depression. I'm not saying it doesn't exist at all, not at all. So please don't slate me for that. But a lot of times, I think sometimes depression is actually mistaken for repression, when we're not living our life in the way that we should be. But I also think as well that depression is our body or our soul saying we need deep rest. Okay, we need this. It's all sort of saying, I cannot play this game anymore, and this is it. So it's taken that time to try and make us heal. It's trying to alert us, because if we remember, pain is always answered prayers. If we are feeling pain for something, it is alerting us that something is not right within our life, or within us, or within whatever situation it is. If there is pain there, it is like a warning light. It's saying, come on, you need to look at this. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. But yeah, what I'm saying is my time hop. Okay, I'm back to it eventually. I always get there in the end. I go round the circles. So yeah, so it came up, and it was actually a year ago today that I came to Ibiza for the first time. Okay, and when I came to Ibiza, I didn't want to come. A friend of mine wanted to bring me. And I said no, I declined. And then she was like, please, you've got to come with me. And I said, right, okay, I'll come for 5 days. So that was a year ago today, right? And I resisted it. I totally resisted it. I came here a year ago, and look at where I am now. Sorry. Right. So look at where I am now. My life has changed beyond my wildest dreams. Okay. I eventually came here. I said, while I was here, I spoke to somebody, and they said, just say yes to everything. I done that. I surrendered. And now I've been living here since November, and that is how quickly things can change when you surrender. Spirit knew. I mean, I done my astro cartography, and the place, my Venus line runs directly through Ibiza, and even through the town that I live in. So from the day I was born, it was mapped up, probably long before that, but it was mapped that this is where I was meant to be. This is for my work, for my creativity, for love, for the sense of me being me. Now, this is a place I'd resisted, and had I not came on that holiday, for 5 days, had I not been open when the universe gave me this chance of getting here, I would not have been here. And yes, You know, there are ups and downs on this island. This island, you know, like anywhere, there are ups and downs with it. But my life is so much different, you know, and that is because I trusted. I didn't try and control the process. I knew that I was being guided to something. I didn't realize at the time, but then all these little sort of signs were coming, and I was thinking something big's happening here, you know. And for the first time in my life, in 44 years, I left the 10-mile radius of where I was born, you know. So I just want to say that, to say that, you know, things do happen for you as well, you know. So I hope that makes sense. Right, I'm going to have a look at what everybody's saying here, because I can it when I'm talking, and then I'm going to do the cards, okay? So if you're sitting waiting for the cards, they are coming, but, you know, whenever I get on here, I'm going to have to go as well, because I have got work to do. Hopefully my hair will be dry there. So yeah, there's quite a few people have been feeling unsettled. I don't know where I belong or who I am. D, that is so, you know, this Cancer moon is all about home as well, you know, and home isn't a place, it's a feeling. A lot of times when we are around people that don't really get us, that makes us feel like we don't belong, you know. When we are around our tribe and our soul people, you know, that is, we instantly feel like we belong, you know. So it's almost like, if you don't feel that, look at your environment, because, you know, within you, your soul always knows, but often our environment is what can actually make us more confused, you know, because it's like, where do we fit in? And it's like, you fit in where you feel like you fit in, you know. So yeah, you lost your temper as well. Oh, good. High five. It's not just me. Yeah, so, oh, I look lovely. Thank you, Turquoise. Yeah, you've been screaming at the dog. Funny enough, you know, last night, I mean, obviously I'm away from home and Hendrix is there, but last night, 3 times I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt Hendrix next to me. I was like, you know, I thought, wow, it was strange. It was, you know, he's my little psychic dog, so he knows. Lightning hit the telegraph pole. Yeah, pretty much like the tower card, you know, when lightning hits. We're waiting for a storm here, and I really feel there's a one coming, and I just wish it would hurry up and come, because it's like, you know, it's almost like that tense feeling here at the moment. Yeah, animals will pick it up as well. Right, okay. It's been so crazy. Everyone's been arguing with each other over things, and none of it is making sense. Yeah. I hope that I hope this is sort of explaining it a little bit. Like I say, I'm not probably not as articulate today, but this is how it's coming through. It's quite jumbled. Yeah, I mean, grief is coming up. Yeah, you know, I get that, Caroline. You know, it's like I say, I've been wanting my mum this week. You know, but she's there. I know she's there. You know. Hermit mode. Yeah, Dee, gratitude exercises are really good. This is about looking at what we have got, okay? Looking at what we have got. I'm sorry to hear that, Masha. If you please, just let it go, okay? And I'm not meaning that in an easy sense. That probably came out wrong, but let him. This is one of the things I was going to say. It's almost like, if people are wanting to leave at the moment, let them. You know, don't try and hold them back. You know, a lot of people, when they're dealing with emotions like this, they can't deal with them, and they try to run, or they try to escape. Now, if we try to pull them back, that is because there is a want or a need within us. So that is quite egoic. What we need to do is, we need to respect them, okay? They will come back, okay? They will come back, or if they're meant to come back, they will come back, okay? Nothing leaves that is meant for you. So please just try and surrender to this, Masha, and that will, I hope I'm saying your name right there. I just surrender to this, okay? And know, again, this too shall pass. And, you know, hopefully everything will come right, you know? Sorry, I can't comment on personal situations without tuning in. Meditation has helped me grounded. Yeah. Thank you for being me. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I want to give myself a kicking for being me. I'm telling you that, Dee. I really, really do. It's like, oh, why am I me? Why am I me? Right. Okay, so I'm going to go with the cards at the moment that I've picked. Okay, so does that make sense? Thank you for everybody for listening to me waffle on. But like I say, when I do my monthly readings, they're a lot more professional, so I've had people telling me how I'm unprofessional, and it's, you know what? Thank you, because I never want to be in this box and rigid and staring at a screen and reading an auto cue. That is not how I work. Okay, so if you want that, there's plenty other places to go, but I will never ever be that. Okay, so if that's what you're looking for, then this isn't the channel for you. Right, okay. My president has driven me crazy. Nancy, I mean, that I was going to say about the environment, what is going on. I mean, it's insane. It would be comical if it wasn't real. I've listened to something this morning and listened even, I mean, my grammar is terrible, it's really bad, but, I'm not president of a country, it's like, I'm not a massive royalist, but the way he reacted and the way he acted there was like, wow, this guy is, yeah, a lot of fear within that guy, but that's all I'm saying. Right, okay. So what was I doing? Right, so the cards. So I've done this as if I was going to do a weekly reading, okay? And the first card that I've pulled, I've used 4 different decks. So the first card that I've pulled, I've never used the Morgan Greer for ages and ages and ages. And I had them in my bag. Okay, there was half, for some reason, there was half in my bag and half in my drawer by my bedside cabinet. And I don't know why that happened because I never split my deck. But anyway, I picked my cards up out the bedroom cabinet. I then came to my bag to take the rest of them out. I pulled the Morgan Greer card out. I've been asking Spirit for help for myself today as well. I pulled the cards that were in my bag out, and this dropped out with them. Okay. And it's a little card saying miracles happen. So I was like, right, okay, you've got that message across. It's somebody's business card, but that was what actually fell out. Okay. So it's like, all right, okay, I'm getting something from that. And I think we all need to understand. And I think that is what Spirit want to verify at the moment. Okay, it's miracles do happen. Okay, but we have to allow them. If we're standing in the way of them, we can delay them or sort of miss them. So we need to get out of our own way and get out of Spirit's way and let them guide us. Okay, I always say I'm Spirit's bitch. I do what they tell me. We all need to take that on board a little bit because they do know better. So yes, so this card, when I'm looking at this card, it's almost, I can feel the frustration, okay? I mean, if we look at that, the hands are tight, their grasp, they seem bound, I mean, it even looks like that rope is cutting into them. So it's quite painful, this. There are dark trees behind, there are swords above. So this is all connected with our thoughts. But when I see this card, this is kind of saying to me, that this is giving you a wake-up call, okay? This card is about its restriction, its indecision, do you know what I mean? But this is self-imposed as well. This is often brought in by a lack of faith in ourselves and a lack of faith in our own ability to handle the problems that are in front of us, okay? And a lack of faith within the universe. What it is we are limiting this card is saying that we are limiting our personal power by sort of sticking to our rigid beliefs or sticking to limitations when Spirit are wanting us to expand. And we are like, no, I'm going down this path. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. And they're going, but look at what we're going to give you. And you're not seeing it. So it's almost like a bit of a blinkered vision here as well. We are afraid. We are afraid with this, that we are afraid to let our boundaries down or our old structures or what we have built for ourselves. Because, when we've got these, we've sort of try to keep ourselves safe. And we feel that, when this comes in, it's almost like we're scared of being played. Okay, we're scared of that's coming through as well there. We're scared of being played, scared of somebody taking us for a fool, or scared of believing in something that isn't real, a bit like somebody selling snake oil, where we're suspicious. Okay, this is our ego. Yeah, this is our ego. Our ego is making us suspicious. So what this is saying is, if you want to give up this darkness and this restriction, what you need to do is open your mind. Okay, that is what's going to do it. If you open your mind, these swords will fall away and these restrictions will fall away as well. So it's almost like looking at what we are avoiding doing as well. Is there a pattern? Do we have a pattern within our lives where when something is not going right or we are feeling scared, we revert back to an old way of being? Is that what's showing up here? So it's almost like as well, we need to look at what are we not acting on? Where are we not pushing ourselves? Where are we not stepping over our boundaries? Because we are free to do it. We just think we aren't. Okay, so this is it. It Right. This is what somebody's saying there. It doesn't make sense when you are in alignment, then suddenly we're hit by impromptu low-struck feelings, etc. Yeah, it does, because we're in alignment and we're in life as well. And life is not linear. We cannot be, it's like we cannot be happy all the time. We can be centered, and when we're in alignment, we can get through things better. But within life, we're going to get shit. We're going to get bumps in the road. We're going to get little speed bumps. We're going to get huge ones, because that is life. It's like the wheel. It is constantly turning. So the thing is, by staying centered, or staying in the center of the chaos, then we don't get affected by it. But if you look at car wheels, car wheels have to keep going in and getting balanced. So just because we're in alignment doesn't mean that we're finished. It's the same with learning. We do a course and then it's like, right, okay, we've got to still continue learning. We will be continually students until the day we take our last breath. So being in alignment does not mean that everything is all sunset and roses and rainbows and flowers, but what it means is that you can handle life better, and you don't question it, and you trust that whatever is happening is for a reason. So low feelings are a part of being human. Okay, and the thing is, yes, we are spiritual beings and we are connected. We are 5D beings, but we're living in a 3D world. So we need to understand that a lot of times, especially when we're on a spiritual path, we think, right, this is it. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to burn Palo Santo, and everything's going to be fine. I'm going to be happy forever. We're not. It's like I say, we're going to have experiences, and this is what life is about. Having these experiences. So I hope that makes sense. Sorry, that just caught my eye there. So this card is all about, maybe keeping yourself restricted as well. Where are you restricting yourself? Because these restrictions are self-imposed. So this frustration that you're feeling, a lot of it could be coming from yourself, okay? Because you're trying to restrict yourself here. Okay, you need to open your eyes, you need to wake up, you need to trust that there is a higher being, and you need to move forward with grace and with trust, and also optimism, knowing that, right, okay, this might feel a bit shitty now, but if we look at the lotus flower, I've been working on that this week. From the deepest, darkest muds, the worse shit you have, the stronger and more beautiful you grow. So everything is an experience for growth. Okay, we never lose. We either win or we learn. Okay, that is where we're at. So the next card I've pulled is Totality, and this is the Osho card. And I really like this card, and it's a 5, but 5 is all about change as well. Okay, 5 is all about change. And what this is saying is that we need to be mindful and we need to be in the present at the moment, okay? And it's saying we often within life, there's a sense of separation. This is what we see ourselves as separate to the whole. It's like, shit, I'm having a bad day while everybody else is happy. And what we do then is we make ourselves a victim of this whatever is happening. So when we eliminate that sense of self with whatever whatever we're experiencing, we can accept that this is just an experience. And this is when we experience totality, okay? This is when we're like, right, we're gliding. So rather than thinking about these energies, that they're just affecting you, look at them as an outsider. See what's going on. See, oh, that's interesting. How am I dealing with this? Look at yourself as a third person sitting in watching it, because whatever you're experiencing at the moment is not personal. It's part of a shift. And there are thousands of us all over the world. This proves it here. There are thousands of us all over the world that are witnessing or experiencing the same shift as well. So this is where we need this too shall pass. If we look at the imagery on this card, there's 3 trapeze artists, okay? And there's one holding the other one's sort of in the middle, and the other one's going to catch them. Now, do you think for 1 minute that any one of them is doubting the other? Or are they analysing the actions? Are they saying, do you think they will catch me? What if they're not going to catch me? If that starts to happen, what will happen is that totality will disappear, and so will the sync. They will become out of sync with the people that they're relying on for their safety. Okay, so this is like about not letting doubt in, not letting doubt in, not actually questioning, not questioning even other people's motives neither. It's about it's about us, because there would be disaster if they started analyzing that. They're fully trusting and they're working together. And this is whether you are working with yourself or working with the universe, okay, or working with somebody else. Know that you will be caught. Know that you will be safe, and know that you will be looked after, because we're all working together with one. When we surrender to the universe, we start co-creating with them. We say, right, okay, you have the knowledge, and we're going to work with you. Show me what I need to do. Okay. So this is saying that even if you do need this time alone when you're feeling with what you're going through, take this little time alone, but don't cut off. Because this is where we can segregate ourselves, and it usually comes when we're living in fear. So this is about saying that, it's taking time, one step at a time. This is it, living for today, living in the now. Tomorrow will be a different day, as was yesterday, but giving each day all of your attention and energy. When you do this, you realize that things will get more creative as well. It's beautiful when this happens, when we do find that ability to trust. It's hard, and we've got to keep going back, and we've got to keep sort of reminding ourselves as well. So that was the Osho. I've done the Osho. I've done the Morgan Greer. What have I got here? Yes, so this is in the Oracle of Visions. I love the imagery on these cards. And this is talking about TLC, okay? It's healing. If we look at that woman in there, she is at rest. She is within a circle, which is a safe space, okay? This is around, your circle as well. There is safety there from all corners, okay? This is it. This is reminding me of, what was that poem my nana used to make me say it before I went to bed? And I'm not religious at all, but my nana used to say it. It was something Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, bless this bed that I lie on, or something like that. May angels keep me from. I don't know if anybody knows that. Please let me know. That just reminded me of my nana there. Oh, bless. Yeah. So this is a card of healing and tender love and care. We all need this. We all need TLC, whether we give it to ourselves or whether we get it from others. Connection and love and understanding is what will heal us. And sometimes we need to give ourselves this love and understanding if there is nobody there at the moment, okay? So what this is talking about is this is healing to make one whole. Healing is a messy process, okay? You cannot just have one healing, one ayahuasca ceremony, one whatever, and be healed. Healing is a continual process, and we will have things coming up until we actually start to clear, okay? So it doesn't matter how many times you've been doing it or whatever, we are still going to have things to heal, because often when we heal the little things, it then takes us down into the deeper things, okay? But this is allowing it, allowing people to help us heal as well, because that is a sacred act. Allowing people to see that we are vulnerable and we need that. We all try to put on this strong act, this like body armor, and it's like, yeah, we're fine, I've healed that. Yeah, I had that shit childhood, I had this happen to me, I had that happen to me, and I've healed it. The fact is, if you're talking about, you still haven't healed it, okay? If it's still coming up, then it still needs to be healed in some way, so this is it. That is allowing yourself to be seen as vulnerable to the outside world as well. Because this is when we can receive love. If we have these barriers up, if we're wearing this like sort of six-pack shield, like in the Chariot, that is not going to allow healing to penetrate us as well. So this is saying, if we need to sleep, we need to sleep, okay? If we need to take rest, we need to take rest. Like I said before, a lot of depression is deep rest. The soul just saying, I can't do this anymore. Okay, so this is saying as also as well, if you need help, please reach out, because there are people there that want to help you. And also, if you are feeling helpless, help someone. If you're feeling shitty today, give one of your friends a ring, who's perhaps been going through a bad time, or somebody give them a ring and say, how are you doing today? Because I'm telling you, if we had to go into a big room with all of our problems and dump them in the middle, okay, and we look at some other people's problems and the mountains of stuff that they have, we would snatch ours back as soon as possible, okay? So like I say, this is what it's saying. Everybody, is fighting some sort of battle, and on the outside, because we have been taught not to show this, to show that we are strong, to not to show that, showing, that you're struggling is a sign of weakness, which is absolute bollocks, okay? This is why we are so disconnected now, and what we need is connection, and connection comes from authenticity, from truth and from honesty, okay? And sometimes, like I say, we need that helping hand, maybe not to tell us where to go, but just to keep us safe. It's funny, I suffer very bad vertigo. I have a tumor in my brain, and when I'm on uneven surfaces, it's really, really bad. And there's a lot of the rocks down here at the beaches and that, and it's instantly, when there's a hand out there for me, there's that safety, and it's like, right, I can do it, and then get to the bottom of the rocks and the hand's gone, and it's like, right, okay, but that's it, I've done it. So it's just knowing that it almost gives you that little bit of courage. It gives you more courage as well. So this is saying here, if some of you want Reiki would probably help you with this time. But it's basically, if you're giving healing to somebody else or sending healing love and thoughts to somebody else, you will get them back. The main reason we are on this earth is to love. Okay, this is what it is. We're here to experience it. We're here to experience the messy parts of it, and it is always the answer with whatever comes. Okay, so it's like, this is it. A simple touch or a caring gesture to another person, and we get back as well. So this is what this is saying. So like I say, you may be in your head or whatever, well, you are, because the next card is the thinker. And what this is saying is, you're spending too much time analyzing, thinking what's happened, think what could happen. So you're actually moving from the present, okay? And like I say, there is a gift in this. They're saying there is a gift in this. So this present, what we're going in today, whatever you're feeling today, there is a gift in it. Even if you are feeling shitty and you are on your knees, okay? there is a gift in that, because this is trying to tell you that something in your life is not right. Okay, something needs to shift, something needs to change. So it's almost like, see the blessings that you are getting. You might not see them as blessings, they might be disguised as horrors, but when you break them down and when you actually unfold them, there is something in there that it's almost like this Easter egg with loads and loads of layers, and you've got to get all the wrapping off and everything, but deep down in it, there will be a gift. When you get in your head, what you do is you create blocks, you create barriers, you create separateness, you go with your logical mind, okay? You need to get into your feels, you need to recognize every single one of them feels, even if they're uncomfortable, face them, allow them to come, they're important, there is an importance why they're there, okay? When you get into your feels, this is when you can start to heal as well. So it's almost like getting out of your head. Okay, your head will cause restrictions. Your head will stop you from actually going forward. And what you need to do here is know that forward is the only way you can go. Okay, that is it. We can't just stop and say, right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with it. You know, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be an adult no more. Although I say that every single day. I'm done with adult. That's it. But you know, we can't do that. We can't go back to the past, okay? We can't transport into the future, but we can go forward. And every day is forward. You know, I started this video 40 minutes ago. You know, within that 40 minutes, we have moved forward in a way, okay? And in 40 minutes more, we will have moved forward again. So it's almost like we've got to keep on going. This is what they're saying, you know, like keep on trucking sort of thing. Because whatever you're experiencing at the moment, it will pass, okay? And whether that is you are ecstatically happy and, you know, jumping for joy, that also will pass, okay? And we need to realize that change within life is huge, and it is the only thing we kind of control, and it is there for a reason. If we look at the seasons, think of a tree and think of how that tree changes from month to month. You know, one day it's in bloom and it's beautiful, and the next day the leaves are falling off and it lets them go, you know, and then it looks like it's dead. It's barren. There's nothing there. But then there's new shoots of life start, and this is it. This is the life cycle, you know, and we are in that process. So change is inevitable, okay? Like I've said before, you know, pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. You know, it's up to us whether we suffer within this or whether we actually see this as a chance of growth, okay? And all you need to do is look up to spirit and say, show me, please show me the way. I surrender. I'm getting out of my own way here, you know, and I want you to guide me. And you do that and you will see that things will happen. I promise that, you know, and I never ever break a promise I can't keep. Right. I'm going to pull a spirit card now because I don't like ending on that one. So give me 2 seconds while I get them. They're at the other side of my desk. I'm still here. Whew. Right, okay. I'm dying to read what everybody's saying because I don't know. I cannot read when the messages are coming through there. I hope that was making sense. I really felt like my words were, it was grammatically, it wasn't right, but I think I got their message. Whoa, you know that? Wow. So I'm going to pull another one, but this is really, really funny. So this card says holiday, and it says the spirit of the ocean calls you, offering healing and much needed peace. Come to the water and connect with its endless flow of magic. You need a change of scenery. Take a holiday and all will fall into place. Now, they're just being funny, I think, when they've showed me this, because as I said, it was a year ago that I came to Ibiza, and I'm just trying to find it here. This was the card that came out anyway on the morning I was flying. This was the card. So, you know, it said take a holiday and all will fall into place. And as I mentioned in the beginning, it did, you know. So I'm going to pull another one because I really think that was just a little bit, ha, we know best. Because they're like that as well, you know. They do. They like to glow in a good way, though. Right, off to Tynemouth. Oh, lovely. Give Tynemouth my love. I love it there. Oh, and Devon as well. I love Devon. Right, okay, I'm going to pull one of these and then I'm going to have to go to work because I have clients. Right. Right, okay. This is a card and it says reflection, okay? And this is saying reflect upon, bless, and be grateful for all of the beautiful times that you've had in your life. Give thanks for the many blessings you receive each day. You can connect energetically to those you love. Simply feel them inside your heart. Life is beautiful. And this is what we need to remember. Life can be very, very hard, but it's also very, very beautiful. You know, when we look at the simplicity of life, when we look at the beauty of people, when we look at the kindness that is shown, you know, to people all over the world. Yes, there is bad, you know, happens, but why do we focus on that whenever there is some sort of disaster? You look at the people that flock to be there, you know, and it's always look for the helpers, you know, because there are always people that are there to help. You know, and yes, the world can be a mess and it needs massive, massive healing. But by us turning inward and us cutting off our emotions and us sort of, you know, being nasty towards our fellow man or whatever, we are just adding to that mess. So add a little bit love to it. You know, if you're feeling shitty today, go out and smile at somebody else because they might be feeling shitty too, you know, and you don't know what will happen if you take a chance on a stranger. So it's always, you know, remember this isn't personal to you. Whatever shit you're going through, it is not personal to you. There are other people who, to be honestly, would probably swap their shit for yours in an instant. Okay, so it's like I say, remember to give love. As my bracelet says there, only love today. And that's it, you know, we can still offer love if we're sad, if we're frustrated, if we're whatever. You know, love is free. There's so much of it. We're always getting topped up with it. So please, just today, just try and do something loving, even if it's just giving somebody a hug, you know, that will help them. And I can guarantee it will help you as well. Okay, I'm getting really emotional there. There's a lot of shit coming through. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to have a read of these messages. So that is the end of the reading. And I hope that did make sense to some of you. Like I say, it was just to try and understand the energies that we're going through at this moment. You know, it's a tough one. It is. And if any of you are in Ibiza at the moment, I am doing on the 27th, I am doing a full moon ritual. I've been asked to do that, and it's in for the Aquarius moon, and it's at a fabulous place called Etamanel in Santa Laria. So if any of you are here, it's a really nice gathering, and there's food afterwards, and you know, it's a lovely vibe. Okay, so I'm working on that thing so I can see you in person if you're there. So right, I'm gonna have a look at where did I get to? It's so hard, there's so many. I think I might have to read them all when we're finished. Yeah, a lot of times it's change, you know, that we don't like. Change is what actually scares us. I trust in spirit. Yeah, you need to listen to you go, Guru Girl. Sorry, I was on a roll today. Yeah, you've been defensive and harsh with those who've offered advice and guidance. Yeah, we can often do that, you know, because it's our fear and it's our fear of control, you know, and sometimes we need to understand that people are trying to help. It might be in a way that's not helping. And then we can just say, look, that's not really helping, you know, or you can say, what do you need me to do? Okay, that is a really good thing to somebody. What do you need me to do? Do you need me to just hold space for you? Do you need me to be there? Do you need me to give my opinion? What, you know? But like I say, just knowing somebody's there is much, much better. Think of the minute. It's mucky for the brave, so pleased to be doing it. Yeah. Putting on his shirt. Tanya, you look slim and tanned. Why? What have you done? I don't know. Maybe changed, or maybe I don't know. There might be something I've changed the camera angle, so maybe it's that. But if it is, I'll keep it like that. I have been to the beach quite a lot as well. You know, I not for a lot, but I've been swimming, not for exercise, just for I love it. As soon as I'm in that water, it's like, this is it, you know, I'm back home. I often say the Annie Nin quote that I fear I must be a mermaid because I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living. And I do think there's a little bit mermaid in me there. I love that. I love the sea. Absolutely gorgeous, Tanya. Wow. Thank you, Nate. Right. Okay, Nate, you're going to have me all blushing here, I think. Looking vibrant and healthy. Thank you. Yeah, if you're having difficulties with low vibrational people, it's telling you that they're not there. They're not on your vibration, you know. That's what it is. Somewhere in time, Tara, your mum would make you say that quote. I can't even remember what it is, the full lot. You're filled with heartfelt messages tonight. Oh, thank you. It's coming from the heart, you know, that's what it is. There's, you know, and sometimes, you know, when our heart is hurting or whatever, this is why Spirit want to come in to heal it. Keep on trucking, yeah. Messages are flowing. What a gift to all of us listening all over the world. Oh, thank you. Honestly, you see, I'm feeling the love here. You know, everybody's giving the love to me. Don't give it to everybody else. I appreciate it massively, though. Who is they? When I say they, I talk about spirit. When I do mediumship, I connect to a particular spirit, okay, which is usually a loved one or whatever. When I say they, it's kind of a collective spirit, okay? That's what I hear. I hear voice. I don't see a particular person, but I get given messages. So when I say they, it's them, okay? It's a collective spirit. I've booked a flight and hotel for my birthday, September the 1st. Oh, fantastic. Are you going somewhere nice? Matthew Moore. Oh, everything's gone again. Matthew, Mark, Luke and John guide the bed that I lay on. There are four corners to my bed. There are four angels around my head. One to guide me, one to pray, and two... Oh, what was that? One to guide me, one to pray. And what is it? Two to take my soul away. Was it two to love me every day, I think we used to say. I don't know. Tanya, for your time, pair. Yes, Tanya, at this time in the world, we need love. Yeah, the sea terrifies you if you can't touch the bottom. It's, you know, it's about breaking through these fears. You know, that's it. I've been going out sailing a lot, and it's pushing my boundaries, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So, right, okay, I'm going to go. I hope that's helped some of you. Okay, please let me know if it did. If anybody does want a personal reading with me as well, there is a link below where you can go on to the readings. I am taking some time off in August. My daughter... I'm going to be spending time with my daughter, which I can't wait for as well. So, like I say, if you know, if anybody does want a reading, it is going to be limited in August. So you're best in to get booked now. Sorry, that's not even coming out. Okay, so yeah, the link is before. Yeah, I think everybody has different, you know, especially with things like that, and with nursery rhymes, somewhere in time tarot, you know, we all have different little bits of it. You know, I think the one that I struggle with the most is, you know, this little piggy one, where this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed at home, this little piggy had. And this is where the problem lies, because we used to say roast beef, but then people say that it's jam and bread or something like that, and this little piggy had none. And then this little piggy went wee, wee, wee all the way home, didn't it? I love that. Right, okay, so thank you for being there. I hope some of them messages have helped some of you, and please remember, you know, today it's all about spreading the love. Well, today and every day it's about spreading the love. You know, it doesn't matter what we're going through, we can always be kind. Okay, that's it. We can always be kind, you know, to other people, even if they're hurting us, because that is when they need it more, really, I think. Okay, so I'm sending so much love to all of you today. It's like, oof, it's there. Okay, Satnam.